to where we can start paying for those samples and we start paying for
You really want to pay for a Kanye West sample? You want to pay for a sample of another sample?
I just want to incorporate like I feel like our whole thing is we're just commentary of the culture, and it would be dope if we could sample the culture, you know, like we could just have that a part of our process. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Movies do Hollywood movies. If you notice, they sell their entire $100 million production on black culture. Like all over their, you know what I'm saying, promo material is black music and black, you know, culture really.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of the greatest musicians in this country, in the world, honestly, are black people or people of color. Yeah. Like, what do you think is a natural white music?
like bluegrass?
Is that a trick question?
I would want to think that, but no.
What is
because Fiddler on the fucking roof was a black dude. Fiddler from the Roots. Come on. I want to know how many white people was killing it on the fiddle. They didn't have no time. They're like, man, I ain't doing that shit, but what? You can.
I mean, that classical shit, that ding.
Yeah, but that was like, but that was at a situation where 20 people could do that, and everybody else had to like, well, shit, ain't enough room for you, but you still got to earn some money, my dude. So go ahead and work that grinder as we mill some stone or some other shit like that. Come on, like back in the day, you had less spots. Now everybody think they can be a TikTok superstar.
That's true.
Everybody can get it when it comes to being an artist now. Now we're at a stage where, okay, now is your art even worth it? Because think about it. If Van Gogh came out now, he'll be dope, but he wouldn't be fucking Van Gogh. He'll be a nigga amongst niggas. That's what he'll be.
I mean, the people choose who they want to choose.
Hold on, let's go back to that.
The people choose who they want to choose.
If Van Gogh came out now, he would be a nigga amongst niggas.
Yeah,
that's a
at that statement. At that time, Van Gogh was Van Gogh.
He was Van Gogh, and so that argument is
okay.
Greatness is isolated in the time period that it exists in. You know, Jay-Z, if right now, lyric for lyric, style for style, you know, everything, concept for concept, would he be Jay-Z if he was to break this summer? You know what I'm saying? Like, he might not be. Kodak might be more advanced if we had to go for, you know what I'm saying, relevancy. You know, air quotes. Relevancy.
I don't know. He might be Kodak.
He may be like, we don't know. Like, context matters. Right?
I'm saying if Van Gogh came out now, he'll still be famous, but it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't have the same hip to it. It wouldn't be like, oh, it's like, oh man, I like his stuff. He's just really talented. Like you'll feel like he's really talented.
Well, you know what? Okay,
that's what I mean.
But
I'm not saying that he
did something that was.
But he was influential. I guess what I'm saying is like.
That's what I'm saying. He did something that hadn't been done.
Yeah.
So.
I guess what I'm saying when it comes to art, to be the first is where you really make your impression on the art world. Now, whether you took that and innovated it is another story. So what I'm saying is, if there's plenty of people that can do what Van Gogh can do. But guess what? They're not Van Gogh. Like, think about how many painters have sold counterfeit paintings of other people's paintings. And I'm talking about these motherfuckers did it to a T. Like to spot a fake, took a nigga who owned it.
All McDonald's
and they're like, nah, because I got the real one right here. Like, that's what it took to know that shit was different. What'd you say?
Right.
What about what?
I said all McDonald's are the same.
No, but that's after like the brand that was.
But yeah, that's after Krog. That's before Krog got involved. I think that was that nigga named Krog or some shit.
I mean, that's what I feel like you're saying. Like, there's a bunch of McDonald's, but which McDonald's are good?
Well, I mean, the formula now is all of them taste the same, unless you go to China or something.
No, when I had that 24-hour layover in China. That's the one thing I was like, I gotta try McDonald's.
So you tried McDonald's in China?
I tried McDonald's in a Chinese mall. It was a mall. It was like their Mall of America. It was their version. It was in Guangzhou.
They say it tastes different.
No, it doesn't.
It didn't? No. Oh, man.
I will say this. The ketchup tastes different.
Okay.
But overall, now they did have menu items that were different. They had menu items, but I ordered
like matcha Kit Kat
I ordered a
bars
Big
and
Mac. I ordered a Big Mac because Big Mac is the staple of McDonald's.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to see if there was a subtle difference. I personally did not notice a difference.
Even how it looked.
Nigga, you should have got the goddamn gyro Big Mac.
I should have.
The gyro Big Mac. That sounds fucking.
In hindsight, I should have ordered something that was like off menu.
You should got a Royale or something.
But what I wanted to know was
Royale with cheese.
I think what I was more curious, right or wrong, what I was more curious of is are they playing us here in the United States?
They've been playing you.
You know what I'm saying? Are they playing
like
us?
And
so I was trying to see, like, are y'all trying to provide a product for our palate and you're not trying to lend to what's good for us and, blah, 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 or whatever. But
you know how long it took for McDonald's to offer fruit as an option on their
menu? And
then
the fruit was
and then it's not even good fruit.
Lifeless ass fruit.
Like, you want some cantaloupe?
You know what?
Cantaloupe is like trash fruit now.
You know what though? Like that should be expected. Bitch, we didn't start this not a fruit stand, bitch. We sell hamburgers and French fries.
The thing is, that's the influence they decided to be subjected to,
or
subject themselves to.
No,
somebody like McDonald's isn't healthy enough. They're like, oh shit, we got to scramble.
Somebody told them. They said,
it was a person with yogurt pants. It was a person with. They're like, where's my yogurt parfait?
I got fat eating your food. And the only reason I got fat eating your food
because I ate it all the time.
You didn't provide a healthy option. If I would have went to McDonald's and seen the salad, I would have bought the salad. What the fuck?
But then you do buy the salad,
and it's still 1,300 calories. Like, what the fuck?
No.
I have never seen a Chinese restaurant with a salad on the menu.
Well, the Chinese examples we have here are not what
but even still.
It's not what China
even
eats,
still.
Hold on, let's Google Chinese salad.
What's the Chinese?
Like, what happens?
You got Asian themed salad.
Yeah.
Oriental salad.
That's true. Well, you can't say that.
Is that we not allowed to say that now?
I don't know, really, but I heard it's not good.
I think it's not good. That's why they changed the Oriental flavored noodles to soy flavored.
Oops. I want y'all to know. I didn't know better.
They have Chinese chicken salad. Yep, there's a chicken. No, never mind.
No, you know what? But see, this idea
it don't exist.
It don't. He's right. Hold on. Are salads popular in China?
It's deep.
Yeah, it's deep. So what it is that it's surprising enough salads are actually popular in China, but it was like it started like 10 years ago. They're like, oh shit, salads. All these leafy greens. Imagine what they salads are probably made of. It ain't lettuce and romaine. They're like, man, get this.
But it also
this green water out of here.
It also goes to show like what's healthy is dynamic. It's not like one way. Back in the ancient world, Irish person ate different from a South African person.
They ate potatoes.
They ate potatoes. A South African person maybe ate mostly seafood, mostly whatever it might be. So it wasn't the same thing across the board to whereas now because of modern marketing, it's like this new superfood that they did not know they didn't want you to know about. Like this new superfood it's like the secret of health, of vitality. No, it's more than one way to skin a cat. And your genetic makeup is that. It's more than one way to get to where you want to be.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And like when people be like, "Oh, you need to be on the keto diet. You need to be vegan. Right. You need to be this. You need to be that." Yeah, like, bruh, no.
How about you let me down when I'm ready to die and get out of my face?
No, you don't know what I need to eat, and you don't know. That my DNA might need a little pork every now and then.
No,
listen,
you don't know.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
It could, but I don't know.
It could. That's what I'm saying. You don't know.
It could, but I think it depends on the pork because like a good cut of pork from America is different from a good cut of pork in Spain.
I'm not saying, nigga, like we finna eat a tub of fat, my nigga.
I didn't say that. That's not what I said. I'm saying so pig is pig here is a whole different level than pig somewhere else. Like Spain is said to have the best pig in the world, the Iberico pig or whatever that is. The best pig you can get in a bar none across the world is in Spain.
I know what a pig
So-
tastes like from the farm.
From the farm. But what did y'all feed it? Y'all fed it everything.
Exactly. What was the feed?
What did
like?
you feed your pig?
What was the feed like? And that's where the super diet comes in.
Yeah.
That's where that
And-
whole.
and if you say anything,
Basically,
you've already lost with me. Because the Iberico pig, them niggas have an actual diet
I ain't
to
gonna
make
lie.
them taste good.
That shit was delicious.
Well, it goes down to
I bet it is. That shit had worms in it.
No.
That-
That shit was good.
I remember. I don't know if this is true, but I
And
remember.
Brunswick too.
Yeah, Brownswick too. So that's the one time. That's the one time I'll be like, "Well, shit. If you season it right, I'll take a bowl, my nigga."
Hey, Brownswood stew. If I ever go to anybody country house, I don't care what part of the country they from, and they offer me a bowl of Brownswood, I'm gonna take that bowl, and everything moving forward is contingent on this
I'll make
bowl
y'all
of
some
Brownswood
Brownswood
stew.
stew.
I need to try your. I'm surprised.
I'll
I've never
make y'all
had
some
neither
Brownswood.
one.
Are
of
you gonna do
y'all's.
a pork belly or pork shoulder?
Well, no, it's really, it's honestly the whole everything. But
Don't try me.
that's where my family
Answer
is
the
to
question.
everything.
Oh well, I don't want to do it with pork belly
Okay.
because then it'll be too fatty.
Thank God. Thank you. It would be
Wait,
like
so-
a real oily soup.
It's supposed to.
No, it ain't supposed to be oily.
All right, are we different then?
We are.
No, it's not supposed to be oily. It's not supposed to be oily, but
My,
it is supposed to be hearty. It's supposed to be rich.
Yeah, you supposed to be able to.
You supposed to have different cuts of pork in it. You're not supposed to have one cut of pork in it.
I didn't
My-
have like
yeah,
some.
yeah.
I didn't have like
It's-
some.
That is that old
It's-
dry
it's
ass
the
Brunswick that y'all be eating.
It's the
We don't do
leftovers.
that.
Oh well, don't. Mm-mm.
It's the leftovers.
Don't
My-
talk. You ain't
my,
never had it.
Exactly. It's supposed to be the cut of the. It's supposed to be multiple cuts of the pig. in
My
that
grandma-
shit. It's a
Oh,
stew.
nigga, I just
It's a
learned
stew.
something new.
That's
'cause
what stew
I never knew
is.
that before.
My grandma used
But
to
you a
put the
city. You a
head
city.
in there.
You city Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? We come from the outskirts.
You hear me?
I got family out there. Hold on. I'm dealing with this nigga.
we come from the outskirts. You
We come from the outskirts.
we come from the outskirts.
He come from the outskirts. You come from the skirts.
No. So I came from I was born in Crawford Lawn, which
Okay.
is Atlanta.
Okay.
And she took me out to California. If I say California.
Calabasas.
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 College Park. College
Calabas-
Park.
That's not country.
She took me out of
Kill
No, hold on. Hear me out.
husband,
Hear me
whack
out.
them.
Hear me out.
You ain't
So
got no house.
my dad's side, Valdosta and all that, south.
Oh, Calabasas.
And then Carabasket.
Killed her. Husband.
And then Covington was my mom's side. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So-
still not far enough.
but it's country.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
And my
is
granddad,
country.
my granddaddy,
if you
Bo,
choose it,
my
it'll
granddaddy
be
Bo
country.
used to
It is country.
dig a hole in the ground with a
Right.
pot, and he put all the ingredients with multiple parts of the pig that they slaughtered on their farm, and he made over days. He made this Brunswick stew, and to this day, we've been trying to recreate this Brunswick stew, and nobody can because this
you got to
mean
put
ass
that,
motherfucker.
everything going.
Well, my
Everything.
country, my family's homecoming was at this church, and it was a little small, quaint church, very beautiful, very nice. I had a little crush on one of the girls there. I remember it. I remember every year we used to go. It was in August, and every year we would have Brunswick stew there. And I remember that I would go outside with that Brunswick stew in a bowl and sit next to a table where a cow just took a shit. Because right next to the church were cows, and I'm talking about cow pie city. I'm talking about the cow sitting there like shitting and going, "What y'all doing?" That's country.
I take
When you eating your food around cow shit.
Yeah.
if you want some, if you want some
you can
good,
smell the soil.
You can smell. You be like, man, this is good, but
if you want some real good Brunswick stew, commercial. If you want some real good Brunswick stew, Old Hickory House off of La Vista Road.
Are you serious?
I
Are you
promise
being serious right now?
I'm so serious.
You not trolling? You trolling?
I will go all the way.
I've
up.
had
I
Old
will
Hickory.
drive.
You know, I live like 5 minutes away from Old Hickory.
I will
House.
drive all the way up there.
Bruh, are you serious?
really?
I will
I'm
drive
disappointed.
all the way.
I am
up.
thoroughly disappointed. I've had their Brunswick
Yeah,
stew
man.
because they sell it as a side that's free, honestly, with the meal. And it's not good. It's
Nobody
not
wants your little
good.
biscuit.
Man, it's some giving away ass
That
Brunswick
nigga-
stew. Bruh, I'm sorry. I want to listen. I was highly disappointed.
Oh my god!
It was salty than a motherfucker.
Oh.
It was dry. It was like white meat.
You can
pork.
hold on. You had dry stew.
no.
It was
Is that
white.
possible?
No. What I mean by it was white meat pork, where the pork it just didn't have no fall apart. It didn't have no like Brunswick stew is slow cooked, so it's supposed to parts of it's supposed to just kind of
Just be
dissolve
flaky.
into your mouth with the different thing,
right.
the okra and everything.
He's
Like
right.
you, it's some things
Must
in
be
that
gummy.
shit. You know, it's just supposed to just.
They ain't give you the Brunswick stew then.
They
Didn't, maybe they ain't like me or something. And they gave me something different.
They ground their meat.
It's shredded. No, it's pulled. Like their meat is weird, man. It's some
Not
white
in the
people
Brunswick
shit.
stew.
Because I know what you're talking about, folks. You remember, folks, the chain restaurant, folks.
Yeah, I remember, folks.
There's a folks across the street from where you're talking about behind the checkers.
Is
Am
it
I
still-
right or am I wrong?
Oh,
Am I right
Is
or
that
am I
still there?
wrong?
Is that
So
still
I
there?
know exactly what he's talking about because I took my girl who was from my ex who was from Trinidad.
Nigga, we all been there.
And no, y'all all have, but I'm talking
They got
about
good
my
breakfast.
my ex from
Yeah.
Trinidad. She was like, "What's this Brownsville stew?" Because she never met my great granddad. He passed before I started dating her, and so she would hear my family talk about Brownsville stew. And she was like, "I want to try it." And so the reviews say this and the reviews say that. So I take her there. I was like, "Get that Brownsville stew," and we get a little mini bowl. It was a side. They didn't even charge us extra. You get ribs or chicken, and you can order a side. And one of the sides was Brunswick stew. We got Brunswick stew. No. And I'm trying to explain my way about that bitch.
I don't know what to tell you.
That was in the early 2000s.
I was say I don't know how long I had it recently. Guess what? It's
Delicious. All right, we different then. We different.
I forgot what place it was. I got it on
Delicious.
Uber. I was real high one night.
Another place
And-
downtown, Smoke Ring. They got some good
Smoke Ring?
I never had
Brunswick
them.
stew.
I'm trying to figure out. This is this place I got on
But
Uber.
white people, it's white people Brunswick stew.
Yeah. Well, this is one place I got on Uber Eats, barbecue place, and I know it was about probably like 9:30 on a fucking Thursday afternoon or night. And I was like, and I saw barbecue, and they had Brunswick stew on there. Man, I bought that shit. When I say that shit hit so hard, like all I had to do was put like some pinches of fucking cayenne pepper.
Good
in that
Brunswick
motherfucker.
stew, you eat 2 spoonfuls, you tired. You
Good.
tired. It's so much nutrients in that bitch. You
shit's
be
so
like,
good.
Nigga, I went to
Lord,
sleep.
I'm
Good for
tired.
your soul.
I went to sleep after that
It's
shit.
good for
I got
your soul.
itis.
yeah.
I took a shot of
It's
heroin
hard to
with that.
find.
That's how I felt.
Brownsville stew, one of them things that I really don't eat out and about because I just don't expect too much. Like it just
Well,
don't.
not because you don't.
Where you gonna go?
It's like where you
really-
where you gonna go, and then
Yeah,
if
that'll bowl
they
of
do
Brunswick stew.
if you
Go
at
ahead.
a place and they offer Brunswick stew, you be like, I don't know how these niggas cook this shit.
Exactly. You
You know what
don't
I'm
know
saying?
what's going on, and it's funny because mac and cheese is another one of them where you would think it's simple.
It'd be like going.
Nope.
It's
Damn.
not.
Damn.
It'd be like
Kraft
it'd be
mac and
like
cheese
it'd
fucked
be
it up
like
for
going
everybody.
to like a
Valvita
Damn.
mac and cheese. You be like, what
what's
the
that?
fuck?
What's that shit? Where they get? Damn, Piccadilly.
Yeah, Piccadilly.
It'd be like
goddamn-
going to Piccadilly and they be like
Getting a
and they-
scooper.
and they got Brunswick stew. You be like,
No, I'm not doing it. I'll eat their greens, but I ain't eating their
Oh,
Brownsville
yeah,
stew.
yeah,
Like,
I'll eat a broccoli and
Broccoli
cheese,
casserole, yeah.
rice casserole. That's it.
yeah, you know that bitch slapping.
Yeah,
you
that
know
shit
that's
hit.
slapping.
You
But
know
it's
that
easy
is-
though.
But I was they used to scoop that bitch with the little ice cream scoop. Remember that shit back in the
Hey,
day?
look, hey, look, Piccadilly.
Boy, I used to that's the only thing I used to love about Piccadilly was that
Look,
that broccoli and
Piccadilly-
cheese casserole.
Piccadilly cooks graduated from lunch ladies when we was in school.
They were the best of the best of
when we was in
lunch ladies.
school. They graduated. They was like, "Fuck this shit! I'm going to work at Piccadilly."
Exactly.
I'm like, what you doing here, Miss Johnson? I got a real job.
I got a real job.
I ain't dealing with you sorry niggas no more.
When I was serving y'all little niggas, I didn't give a fuck.
I used to lick all that pizza. I licked it before I put it.
with them little bitty
I
sausage
used to
balls.
hate
on
them
it.
pizzas, man.
Them pieces were
Those
terrible.
was cool. I didn't understand how people were eating them square pieces. I'm like, bro, that is
Oh,
cardboard.
it's funny because
Because niggas was happy to have pizza. Like
I guess man.
Think about it. Think about
Whatever.
it. Think about it. Think about it. In that point in time, the pinnacle thing was pizza. That nigga Macaulay Culkin got a pizza in a limousine in New York City. That
He
was
made it.
You knew
That
that.
nigga made
That
it.
was it.
Yep.
That was it.
It was.
If you could do that, nigga,
Yep.
what the fuck?
He made it.
A house?
I don't know, man.
House? Bitch,
And,
what?
and you remember that tub?
Bitch, I got a
you-
pizza.
You remember that tub of cheap ice cream?
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that nigga made it. Now, grown you, my stomach would die.
Yeah.
Would literally
I'm
die.
like, man,
if I
I'm gonna
ate
be.
that shit.
It's gonna be butt lava in the morning, boy.
Maybe later that night.
Shit, 3:00 in the fucking morning, you go.
Excuse me, baby. Hey, move.
Don't hold me.
But in
Got a fart.
to go back to pizza though, that's
Man, that
one-
shit was nasty.
yes, most pizza growing up was not even
So
edible.
a guy we all went to high school with that was he died pretty early in life, was murdered. I went to elementary school with him, and one thing I'm not gonna lie, he made me not like school pizza because just watching him eat it. I'm serious. Like his favorite thing to do was to get them square rectangle pieces and take it and get that buttermilk ranch and just base that bitch.
With what else?
No, it was just buttermilk ranch.
Oh, that was it. I used to put the salad on mine.
Nah, he was too fat for that.
Oh, I used to put a little
This
salad
nigga
on
over
mine.
here making a whole enchilada pizza.
And he would eat it. And this is before I knew what buttermilk ranch, because I thought it was mayonnaise. I thought it tasted like mayonnaise.
Yo, y'all tripping. So you didn't do that?
No.
No,
You didn't make a pizza taco in high school?
What the fuck?
Middle school?
No, I didn't like ranch.
Y'all
I
tripping.
didn't even like
I
the
didn't
pizza
like
in middle
ranch.
school, dude.
Oh
Dude, we
my
didn't get
God.
actual
I didn't like ranch.
pizzeria slices
I was
until like
fucking
what
with the
10th
pizza.
grade when they had that little side thing at school.
I was fucking with the pizza. I was when they started giving us like real slices.
Yeah,
I
real
was like,
slices. Then wasn't nobody fucking with them fucking
But
rectangles.
I will say that we do need to go back and get our money back because nachos is not a fucking lunch.
At all.
And don't
not.
fucking
No,
all.
what about the chili cheese fries?
Man,
that's not lunch either.
at all.
Like
And then
you
get
would
that-
see nobody with a salad or
That's a
nothing.
snack.
And then
that watery ass
That's
milk
a
they
snack.
give you on the side. You be like,
no,
what
the
the
watery
fuck?
ass cheese that would gel up as soon as it
That's
hit
a
me.
snack.
Man,
And
my
I
God.
gotta eat this shit at 10:45 in the morning.
man.
Man.
And then you want me to focus on like biology?
Bitch, I'm sleeping.
Like, the fuck?
And then in the
I'm
bathrooms,
sleepy.
they don't even have stalls that lock. Failure.
I'm sleeping.
Setting up
And
for failure.
You done clogged all my arteries.
And we went to MLK. So if you took a shit in the bathroom, you're like, this nigga back here taking a shit. Like,
You know what? Those are some of the gayest niggas in school that didn't
yeah,
know they were
like,
gay
why
yet.
you
Because why are you focusing on me taking
You took
a
a
shit?
hard pass to worry about me taking a shit. You fuck nigga. Like, what you doing?
You know what? I'm thankful that we didn't have camera phones because there would have been one nigga
it
trying
would
to
have
film you.
been all kind of fights if we had camera.
That'd be the
phones.
one time I probably would have succumbed to my animal instincts and took my shit out and threw it at him.
Yeah.
We at this point, fuck it.
You know what?
You already made it fighting words.
I thought back the other day I was talking to somebody and I was like, you know what? I never took a shit on my first day of school. My entire history of public school, I never took a shit because I had to see the lay of the land. I had to see who was the fuck niggas, who was gonna be, you know, blah. But I never took a shit on the first day of school ever in my entire history of public school.
The only I'll be real with you. The only time that there was
I
actual
don't think
issue.
I ever took a shit either.
Yeah, like you had to see the lay of the land. You had to see who was who. Like, you know, who's gonna snitch? You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna see you get that pass to go to the bathroom? Blah, blah, blah.
I don't think
Like,
it
I
was
don't-
that serious.
yeah,
I just think
I
it
was
was.
gonna say,
I think it would be
that
more
serious.
opportune. It was just they just happened to be there, and they're like, no, this nigga is not shitting.
Yeah,
At school.
I don't think it was that serious.
Y'all knew.
I just never had.
When I was
shit.
when I was 8th grade, the first time I saw someone like get like, oh shit, this nigga shitting in school. It was on 8th grade hall, on I think either C hall, B hall, one of those, and I don't know what this kid was doing there, but he was obviously of the special ed variety in our bathroom. And again, this is where we didn't have stalls because they couldn't trust kids to be behind stalls by themselves, or at least our kids. Because I had them in elementary school, so I got middle school. Like, nope, we gonna see everything. So you got to take a shit. You gonna have to take a shit.
Yeah, I
So
remember that.
man, so this nigga, all I remember was going in the bathroom, and I walked past the stall, and I was like, "Oh shit, this nigga taking shit in there." And he was like, "You just being quiet." You're like, "Don't say nothing." So I'm like, I don't say nothing because I was like, "Hey man, that's unfortunate," but I wasn't the one to start. Man, this nigga, it was either Tobias or fucking this little.
Tobias.
Yeah, Tobias was cool. He was cool. He got me out of trouble. Well, I wasn't in trouble, but I got absorbed in the trouble, and he got me out of the trouble I got absorbed in. One time in that same bathroom, actually, they jumped this dude named. He had a real fucked up grill. Like he had one of those. His parents don't love him grill. Like he ain't going to the dentist. He had one of them type of mouths, and
Oh shit.
yeah, it was rough.
Oh,
so
shit.
they basically, they ain't jump him, but they was like really harassing him, and they were picking on him in the bathroom, and you could hear him yelling help from outside. And one of the administrators came in, and I'm peeing. I'm like, you ever try to pee fast? You can't pee fast enough.
You can't pee
fast enough.
You tried.
Come on. I didn't even wash my hands. I tried to get out of there. All I know was just one of the administrators pushed me back like, nah, bro, get against the wall. And this is my first time getting told to put my hands up on the wall. And I'm sitting there. He like, everybody got their hands on the wall. And then Tobias looked back. He said, hey, Garrett didn't do nothing. He could. And he was like, go on, get out of here. And the dude just let me go. Like, he like, oh, if he ain't do nothing. You know? Yeah, I'm serious. That's what happened.
So Tobias was your peeping Tom, and he vouched for you.
That's a real nigga.
That's a real peeping Tom.
And dude, I ain't gonna lie. When we got on Facebook and I added him as a friend right away. I didn't even question it. I was like, that's my dude right there. Like, that's my dude right there. Like, he made sure that even though he was in a little group beating up on niggas,
he knew he was fucked up. He knew he was fucked up. He could have let you take that ride with him.
Dude, one nigga, okay, so same school, but the year before, 7th grade, it was after gym class. We was in the boys' locker room, and somebody took a shoe from one of the boys. So I'm in the second chain of custody for this shoe. Another dude named Jared takes the shoe right after me and runs upstairs into the gym. And next thing you know, we go upstairs. That nigga's upstairs playing basketball and don't know where the shoe's at. He like, I don't know what you talking about. And I'm like, bruh, we handed you the shoe. So he had this nigga live from this nigga named Tim. Now Tim was a very influential. That's not a good word. He could be easily influenced. Type
gullible.
Nigga. Gullible. There we go. I could not think of the word. He was a gullible ass nigga.
Impressionable.
Like so much that I was like, bruh, I had him. He said he did. And he was like, and he said, no, I didn't. I didn't do that. He don't know what he talking about, like pushing him away. So I got fucking 2 days of in-house suspension. My mama had to buy that nigga some new shoes.
No.
Matter of fact, we had a trip going to Fernbank. This is when the Fernbank Museum, the new one, the IMAX, first opened up. And we were going to that bitch. And I got suspended and couldn't go.
Yeah. Nigga,
when I say I wanted to choke a motherfucker so hard, bro, like man, when I say plotting to hurt somebody,
we gonna fight later.
Nigga,
it may be 2 years later. We gonna fight.
I will never forget.
I remember his head because
I will never forget.
You can tell his mama was funny looking just by looking at him.
I got accused of stealing that nigga Game Boy Color. That nigga that stayed across from you, Lil Nick, whatever his name.
Oh yeah,
right. His mama came up to my mama.
His mama though, right?
Yeah.
His mama was fine. Oh boy, god damn. Yeah. Anyway,
his mama came up to my house, talking about my little son is crying himself to sleep because he doesn't know where his Game Boy Color is, and we have to replace it and all this other stuff because they thought I stole it. I'm like, bruh.
That was when Pokemon Color was a thing. Like, you could die over a Game Boy Color, boy. You could die.
So, goddamn, later on, he found it in his room.
And don't even apologize. She didn't apologize? Bitch.
Then drug my name through the mud.
You probably put it in his closet.
Then drug my name through the mud. My mama then tore my room up looking for this nigga shit.
Did your mama apologize?
Oh, look, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that's all you gonna get on that one.
That's all you gonna get.
Yeah, that's all.
Because she was like, you don't got it. She was like, I was like, nah. She said, you sure you ain't bring it home, by mistake or anything? I said, nah, you can look if you want to. And then she did.
You know what's funny? My dad used to go to my room and he found my porn. And then we had a discussion about porn.
Well, see, my mom found my porn, and then my dad found my porn, and then me and my mom had a discussion.
Exactly. That's what I'm about to get. All my first porn was stolen from my dad. And so, you know what I'm saying? All my first porn, what was her name with the big ass areola?
That's Jada Fire.
Jada Fire.
I'm mad that I just knew where to go.
Pappy.
Oh no. See, my parents are a little older, so I was back in the day.
Oh, you had the nappy duck.
I was on Kitten and goddamn
nigga, Kitten, Jada Fire, the same generation.
And goddamn, what's her name?
Janet Jackman.
Heather Hunter.
Heather Hunter.
Yeah.
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 That was
Janet Jackman.
Yeah, Janet Jackman. I'm telling you, I can't think of no more from that era.
You remember that shirt I showed you? Where it had like all the lists, like mocha. Because you remember the twins.
Mocha chocolate.
Mocha
yeah,
chocolate.
I remember them.
I remember our
shirt?
generation.
Yeah.
Lazy Duval, Cherokee.
Lazy Duval. It was a
Beauty Dior.
Beauty-
Goddamn
yeah.
Roxy Reynolds.
I know you.
Nigga,
That was
bitch,
your
I'm
favorite
hitting
one.
it.
That was your favorite one.
Hey,
Carmen Hayes.
Simone.
Yep.
Carmen
Cinnamon.
Hayes. Goddamn. Damn. What's her name? Marie Love.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite black porn star, and that like to this day, I'm like, man, if I ever get a shot, Naomi Banks. Yeah. Like I don't even like fake titties, but fuck it, let's go.
What's her name?
I think Lacey Duval was the last one. It was just like
Skin Diamonds.
Skin Diamonds. Yeah, the little Asian, like Blasian type chick. Yeah,
I think she retired from that. She crossed over to something else. I think.
Yeah,
I hope so.
She trying to do like some golf singer shit.
Okay, shit, do that.
I tried to listen to her.
I ain't gonna lie. Like when you become grown and you see the whole landscape of life, you be like, I be praying for these porn stars. I be praying.
Man, so the one thing about porn that I like, just I guess from the documentaries and different movies in which they talk about it, is that it depends on who's running the show. So
100%. Yeah.
like it really depends on the environment, because you have porn people, like say OnlyFans now. Like people literally build a network of people they fuck with, and they all and it is just like porn back in the day. They all get tested. They all get tested once a week or twice a week, whatever they do. And before they do scenes, and they do it before they go out of town, they do it with any.
It's a business.
It's a business.
And so the porn industry is nothing like the early rap industry. The early rap industry, when artists were signing to 360 deals, was the same as porn stars. Young girls
Well,
from
porn stars
Ohio
was just
coming
getting
to Miami.
they was just getting paid per scene, so you don't have publishing rights on that scene.
Yeah, you know
that was the problem.
What's crazy is that, like I listened to the
OnlyFans, you do.
I listened to like this podcast, and this girl was like, you got to think about it like a regular movie being shot. So like when you watching porn, you think it's like one continuous, you know what I'm saying, scene. No, it's let me get
for 4 hours.
Let me get 20 minutes of you fucking this bitch missionary, and then we're gonna take a break, and then you gonna go over here. We're gonna move over here to this new location. The lights are gonna get set up and all this shit. Now we gonna you gonna fuck her from the back and all this other shit and all this like.
Well, now at first you have to do the photo shoot. So now you got to do that holding the butt cheeks they spraying over
the half
shit.
entry. Yeah.
Got his mouth open, like he about to come. This and that, like, dude. When I say, I agree with you, porn stars getting like, and this is the one time you probably ever hear me say this, but man, porn stars are highly underpaid.
You know,
they are highly underpaid.
Wait, let's talk about it.
Like we talking about gender equality and some shit. Like they don't know nobody ever come to male porn stars.
The amount of self control it takes to be a
to do what they do is the real work. I don't care what nobody say.
No.
I've daydreamed and lost a heart on before.
Listen. I listened to this woman, this female porn star talk. She said she hate working with. She said she hate working with certain porn stars because they always off screen coming, which means they can't last, and or they fucking before they get there, so they can't come when they need to.
Yeah.
Well, those shouldn't have been porn stars,
and just like any sport,
because you got to treat it as a, that's your man juice.
Yeah.
And if you know that this is a porn which requires you to have a massive cum shot, that's why you see these porn stars being shape. They work out. They actually have a pretty good diet. Like, if anything, you want to see somebody who has to take care of themselves 100% around the way.
Yeah.
It's a porn star.
Yeah.
Like
in our lifetime, we've seen porn stars demise, male porn stars demise, to where they'll contract a disease and pass it around the industry.
Yeah.
And they're, you know what I'm saying?
But I think the only one
there's a lot of pressure.
Well, the only
on
one I can remember in our memory, or at least in our generation, is a dude named Darren James or something like that. Like, if you've seen any black porn, you done seen that nigga fuck. Like, I promise you, it's a great chance. But this nigga, he took his ass to Brazil, and you already know how that roll. And he was, having sex with a transgendered
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and I'm talking about anal. Yeah,
What else it gonna be?
I mean that's it. That's all he needed. And
I mean, they
and he contracted it from that. But now that nigga is a fucking bodybuilder, or I wouldn't say a bodybuilder, but that nigga is in jail shape. I don't know what he does. I don't know what he does outside. I think he's like a trainer or something now. But he was like, man, that was the best thing ever.
I mean, the marvels of modern medicine.
Well, medicine makes it. I think about it. We know someone who has HIV status and is living pretty normal right now. Mm-hmm. Like modern medicine has made.
Technically, he just swallowed one of us.
Yeah, the most healthy out
the healthiest nigga in
yeah.
the healthiest one. Why? See, now you giving clues.
Yeah,
but so
they know how they seen nobody.
But the stigma is slower behind the actual reality of what it is. Or like
we got time to get in shape before they see us.
Hey,
you got, man. He kind of.
I need to sign up for something. Y'all want to run a race this summer together?
No.
Why y'all like that?
Because I don't want to.
I don't want to. I don't want to race for
what the fuck? Why do you want
bragging rights?
Come struggle with me.
No, nigga, do it on your own
and get knee problems.
Let's struggle for the kids and
for the kids.
Who's donating money on my behalf?
The kids in Dubai who don't have a Bentley.
What?
Let's struggle for the common cause.
He got to deal with a compressor S series.
The kids.
Dad don't never get me what I want.
Like, come on, come around with me.
The kids don't even listen to me when I tell them to stay on my lawn. Struggle for the kids.
Fuck them kids.
Nah, but we're talking like getting older. Like we all in our mid-30s now, man. Like we all 34. Pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's like we gotta find reasons to hang. Like to hang out is a plan. So and to work out is a plan. When you got a full adult schedule, everything is a plan. Why not plan to be healthy together? Like why not plan to like build something together? You know what I'm saying? Like just like if I'm hanging out with you, because what we are gonna do, no matter what we do, we can worship. Hold on, we can worship Jesus, we can worship Allah, everybody. We gonna take a shot of tequila at the end of it. So we might as well make it a healthy experiment.
I do for you.
So here's my. I don't know how this is gonna sound.
Just talk.
But I don't want to work out with nobody else.
You don't need nobody else to work out with.
I don't want my health to be chained or has affiliation with someone. I don't want to be that group where we all riding bikes and taking pictures by the bridge.
We ain't got to do all that. I ain't saying all that shit. I'm simply saying.
I don't want to be that Facebook post. Look at us as 39 and look at us as 31. I'm simply
saying is like, you know what I'm saying? If I say, hey, yo, I'm going to, we're going to hike Machu Picchu, and, you know what I'm saying, it's a multiple day hike.
Machu Picchu?
We're going to hike something, it's a multiple day hike. You're not going to be like, oh, I don't know, man. I got gout. I got high blood pressure. It's going to be like, it's a culture. Within our friend group, it's a culture of people being in shape. You know what I'm saying? Is that a bad thing? Like, we got a culture of eating and drinking. Why we can't have a culture of being in shape?
It's not. Right?
I mean, that depends on the individual, too.
Isn't that
or the individual's network or the end of the
There's always one person who like
it's not.
That's cool,
it's hot.
But
it's
fuck
hot,
that.
bro. It's hot. We can go outside, bro.
Yeah, but let's go outside and be active.
We can go to Stone Mountain, nigga. We
do. Like as a group, we do. Well, but I'm saying there's a lot of groups like us that be like, man, nigga, like, you can work out by yourself. Why you can't be a self starter? But it's just like, bro, like,
nigga, I
why
went to
not?
Stone Mountain.
If we're gonna hang out, let's hang out and do something.
I don't walked up Stone Mountain so many times with Rodney and
yeah,
technically you at least twice, right?
At least twice. We was off of mushrooms walking up Stone Mountain. Yeah, that was the best. That shit was all.
No.
I mean, I look at it like this, and
that's when Mike. That's when Mike shoot away them white girls.
That shit was funny as shit.
You shoot away the white girls?
Because they agreed that cleaning chicken wasn't necessary, and I was offended.
No, I was there.
I was offended.
No, I was there for that.
No, you wasn't.
Was that at the same time?
It was.
He must. So you must have did that again. You must have did that again around me.
It was me. You
and Rodney.
He wasn't there.
No,
you sure?
That was Rodney's first. Damn.
Yeah, you just.
That was his first time taking mushrooms.
Rodney's first time.
Fuck.
That's some funny shit right there.
It is.
That's some
Leave
funny
it all
shit.
in. Leave it all in.
We here now.
That was his first time taking mushrooms.
Who?
I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting for y'all to.
That's his first time taking mushrooms.
Ooh.
And then we fucking.
That's what I mean.
We fucking got
This is
up
him.
and
This is him.
went to Stone Mountain.
This is a human being that became Ant.
Who is this particular person?
And that nigga Mike shooed them white girls away. And it really, you know what?
How did you do it though?
Time out. It was really their fault.
It's always their fault. What you mean?
They jumped in on the nigga situation.
White women are annoying.
Wait.
Can we talk about it?
Look, they jumped in on the nigga situation, right? So that nigga Mike was like, shit, I had left these ribs in my car. I wonder if they good to eat. And I was like, shit.
Isolated conversation between my boys giving me health advice. And what happened?
I said, shit. I don't know. It was kind of cold. You might be good.
It was kind of hot, but it was kind of cold. Yeah. It was like, it was chilly, but the sun was.
Did you park in the shade?
And
no.
Then,
okay.
And then,
you know that Freestone Mountain Park, you got to park.
And then this white woman came out of nowhere and was like, well, how long has it been? And he was like, what?
And they was about 50 feet away. They were 50 feet away. And I'm just like.
And then she was like, well, if it's been under 4 hours, then you're probably good. And then that nigga said,
okay.
Let me ask you a question.
You goddamn. Hey, baby, let me hear your prerequisites.
Oh shit!
Let me hear your peer review research.
Do you wash your chicken? And she said no. He said, "Go on, get away from me."
Like a straight dog. Go on, get.
He did the hand gesture and everything.
Everything.
Go and get it.
Hold on, okay.
And we walked.
So how did they look when he did that?
They was like, oh.
And I was like, up.
And I couldn't do nothing but laugh. I bust out laughing.
White people stay minding somebody else's business.
Rodney trying to hold it together.
Rodney, Rodney got to call that shit immediately, and he was like, but listen, that's my beef.
Oh my god,
that's why I know I'm not cut out for white women, because they don't get it.
Honey, we have to do something. No, bitch.
Oh, they don't get it. They don't
stay in the house.
White women do not even a little bit. They didn't even see the preview of minding their own business. They don't know what that means. And so I can't date a white woman because you're going to get me in too much shit. Because if somebody disrespects you mine, I'm going to have to handle that shit. But you mind somebody else's business, so I got to handle everybody's shit. And I don't want to do that shit.
They don't know what that means when it comes to being a black person.
Period. A person. They just feel obligated to the world.
They think, in their mind, they man should be able to do whatever they want to because a white nigga can do whatever they want to.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So he's like, oh, if you ain't got that kind of freedom.
But white dudes are worse than we are as far as silencing women. Like, they historically have silenced women and taken their rights. To whereas we have women queens that are across the the history, like, so we know the dynamic, we play our role, to whereas they just like, it is what it is, or it's binary, it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't,
Of course, like that book I read by Dick Gregory, he was like, basically like, shit, if the white man won't let his woman vote or have own land or anything, and that's his mama and his sister, then what the fuck make you think this nigga won't let you do anything? If he ain't gonna let his own mama do something,
what makes you different?
If his mama can't own on the land, if his mama can't vote, how you gonna treat a black man? What you expect from him?
So my main thing was, I was like, why she worried about us? Shit, you don't even clean your chicken. Listen,
that's messed up.
You don't even take care of your baby. You worried about me and my leftovers. You don't even put vinegar on your shit.
You done bought this whole pit bull to climb a whole mountain. That nigga's gonna get tired.
That's another thing I
He
be
gonna
thinking
get
about.
tired.
That's another thing. When I go for a run or I go for a hike and I see these white
That's
people
not
out
a
here,
greyhound.
I see these white people out here with these introverted, out of shape dogs, and I'm like, you never had a conversation with your dog to ask him if he was the outdoor type. You never did. You just assume your lifestyle onto that fucking dog, and that's rude in a motherfucker.
Well, you already know my position on how I feel about
Talk
dogs.
about it.
Well,
Talk about
I mean, if you want me to.
Oh,
So I have a theory, and I'm working on it. And, you know, so I have a theory that dogs are slaves.
indentured servants? Maybe?
No.
Okay.
Just think about it. Indentured servant. All right. So I give you a scenario on, and you can say if this is still an indentured servant. So let's think of the dog on Frasier. So what did he spend his money on? What? Did the dog ever own a farm? Did he own a? No. The money went to his owners, and he got a nice, good bed.
Well, now see
in
you.
the corner.
Now see you trying to figure out what the dog want, but is the dog happy or not? Like, what are we talking about?
Okay, so here we go. Dogs are willing slaves. They're slaves who do not mind being slaves.
It's different.
No.
It's
they want it.
It's
They crave slavery.
It's a coexistence that happens.
No, it's a
No, they crave it.
It's a pack mentality.
It's a pack mentality. Exactly. They adopt you as a
Oh,
part of
so
their
what
pack.
part of the pack puts their dog in a cage and just leave it there?
the dominant one.
The dominant one. I've never seen that in a while.
But see,
You've never.
I've never seen that in a while. When has a wolf be like, yo, you go sitting at them tree branches,
You know-
and you sit there until I tell you to come out?
You
No.
know why you haven't seen that in a while?
Nobody has.
Because they don't have fucking cages.
Exactly, slave.
They just chase. They just chase the other dog off. And
Yeah,
leave
but
that
it's
nigga
still
to
free.
die.
It's free to die.
Oh my god!
It's free. It's free to go pass out in the owl eat it or something. I don't know. Motherfucking turkey vulture catch that bitch in the field. He like, what's wrong, Silas? ain't got another day. And you're like, shut up.
what's wrong
Turn
with
my
you?
tail.
Bitch, you better die.
Bitch, you better die so I can eat your eyeballs, nigga.
Bitch, you think I want to come in here and be in that air conditioner and sleep in that bed you bought me, bitch? Hell no.
No.
This is people.
Let me go.
So
I'd
you
rather
don't.
die out
So
than
okay. So let's take this back to 1888. So now we treat slaves on how dogs is treated now. Do you not think that black people will be like, I can deal with this for another 100 years?
No, I think, I think if we take it back to 18,
Come on, dogs are getting fed filet mignon, ground beef. They're not, and they still getting cookies sometimes. And now, and
you
then,
damn right.
so and then you got dogs that get massages. They get
They like-
haircuts.
they
Slaves
like-
didn't get haircuts.
They like
Slaves
damn.
did not get haircuts. Cause
I damn so wish you would have treated me like Scruffles
like,
back
come
then.
on, my nigga. They're better treated slaves. See, this is what white people figured out. All we have to do
You
is
gonna
treat our
get-
slaves nice, and they'll never rebel.
You gonna cancel Justin?
A nigga had.
Do you think a Pomeranian and a person's gonna rebel? He's like, I don't never have to walk. All I have to do is kiss her a few times during the day and hug on her. I was gonna do that anyway.
A nigga had to pick up Scruffles and take him back to the man.
Right.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is, put like
That's
this:
funny.
back in the day, dogs had slaves. Hey, did you walk the dogs? You didn't walk the dogs. You better take your ass out and walk them dogs.
What dogs just need walking, man? That's how I go.
All I'm saying is dogs were better treated slaves. They were slaves with better benefits.
Dogs are a species, and this is honestly, it is a mystery to me, but like dogs are a rare species of mammal that actually fuck with the social dynamic of us humans.
Some of them.
And I grew up in a dog family, a historical dog family. My uncle is a master dog trainer. He's a police dog trainer who's gone on to start his own thing, and it's a weird thing. Like
A police dog trainer?
he's a police dog.
So you
trainer.
think dogs should
He
be
actually
police?
was he was actually trained in the military, and then he branched off into the police department, and now he's private. And it's. When you hear him break it down, you're like, this is psychology, but it's just with dogs. Like, it's just a weird thing, and you're just like,
So they're training the dog.
It's just how they talk.
no. Honestly, what it is not so much training dogs.
Yeah.
And he will tell you this. If you talk to him, he will tell you, I train the owner of the dog, the handler of the dog, because they need to understand the dog's behavior. They need to understand.
It's
How to
like
break
learning
that
a new
motherfucker.
language.
You don't know how the dog sees the world.
It's like learning a new
The
language.
dog, but this is what I find fascinating. This is the magic part of it. The magic part of it is the dog actually wants to exist in your world.
Willing.
No, yes.
Willingly?
The wolf was existing. The wolf adapted into the wolf without humans. But at some part of the
I
wolf,
hope so.
At some part of the wolf's existence, the wolf decided I could do better coexisting with them. And that's the magic part. And so where he comes in, where the dog psychology comes in, is where it's like, okay, what do you want from me? And what do I get from you? And how can we make that work? Yeah. And so we've done that. We've done that back and forth for hundreds of years. And we've got golden retrievers. We got Dalmatians. We got, Pekingese and all these different breeds. And that's where it gets kind of weird.
Like we cool. Like I get what I need from you, and you get what
I need from you. It's a transactional relationship, which that's what
But we have definitely turned dogs into vanity projects.
Yes, we have, and that's where it gets weird. That's where it gets weird.
This is what I'm trying to say.
And that's where it gets fucking weird. My dog is a Doberman, and it is it's a tool, it's a hammer, it's a drill.
So
it's a protection project.
So from the wolf to the dog, since you guys are both dog owners, so if you didn't feed your dog, where would it get food from?
Oh, my dog will figure it out. Trust me. But that's because of the breed, and it's loaded. But that's because of the breed. His dog would definitely figure it the fuck out.
So you saying he's gonna catch a squirrel to get his protein?
Oh, don't need that. It'll take a squirrel from you.
From me?
Yes. If we're in doomsday apocalypse situation, and you stalking some prey, you got to compete with his dog and my dog.
My dog would be like, "Oh, you caught that? It's mine now.
It's mine now. And you gotta deal with my pack."
You better hope that.
Well, it is what it is.
You better hope that that's what the dog would do in that time. But you guess what?
I mean,
maybe
nobody would never.
Because what is that Pomeranian going to do? It's going to
Pomeranian can't compete.
It's going to bring together other Pomeranians and start a fucking ninja army, ninja dog army. No,
a Pomeranian can't compete.
Dachshunds ain't doing shit.
A Chihuahua can't compete.
Chihuahuas ain't doing shit.
They're gonna have heart,
you need the dogs that were used for that had a utility.
Exactly.
To them.
Utility, yeah, exactly.
So, I guess those dogs still slaves. Because guess what they do? They do what they tell you to do.
Well, you know what? So this utility
attack
argument.
dog, attack.
Sure.
It did. Police dogs sniff these drugs, sniff the drugs, it did.
And that's the we're in the future dynamic.
No paycheck. No paycheck.
Is where the squirrel where the squirrel began, where the fish began, where the anything you pick began is different.
Oh, really? Oh, that's what you say to your slave. What you gonna spend your money on?
No, what? Okay,
maybe he wants to go to Dog Island, the Dog Legoland. I don't know.
Bitch, what are you talking about?
Maybe it wants a different haircut. Maybe it wants a massage of his.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying is you're spending the dog's money.
What do you?
And the dog, you're like, well, what's the dog gonna spend it?
No, you're telling me to give currency to a dog that he doesn't know what it means.
Oh, really?
And then,
but so you're using him for something that he doesn't know what it means, for you to make money off of.
And then,
what slave masters used to do to slaves.
And then, trust him to spend it on whatever he wants when he doesn't know what he wants.
So why are you making money off your dog?
It's an impasse.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Is it really? All I'm saying is Gary Coleman family took all that nigga's money. And you found that as an injustice to Gary Coleman. So now you have a dog in which you make sure he goes to training every day, does all this stuff because he loves you, this and that, and you making, I don't know, $10,000-$20,000 just off him showing up. And that's your job, to collect your dog's money and spend your dog's money. That's your fucking job. You are a pimp. if I never could call it one, dog pimps.
I mean, I can understand.
There's a whole bunch of dog pimps in this world, and I told you just found a hoe that was willing to be hoes. Or something. Some hoes want to be hoes.
Don't save them.
They don't want to be saved.
And I think dog species is one of them hoes.
Don't save.
Dogs
wanna
want to
be
be hoes.
slave.
Okay, how about we take away slave and make dogs hoes?
Ooh,
Will that make this
Now
sound
we get
better?
into it. We trying to. The mission is to get canceled, y'all. You might be talking about something,
Man, you
might
got to
talking
be
about something.
somewhere to get canceled.
Yeah, if that's real talk.
yeah,
But no, but in all honesty, we about to talk about the real psychology of survival. And the real psychology of survival is to get in where you fit in. That's period. Like all this hierarchy, all this I deserve what you deserve bullshit, that's abundant talk. And survival is get in where you motherfucking fit in. And wolves a long time ago said, you know what? I can't compete with grizzlies, but I can partner up with these humans.
they're still wolves.
I can partner up with these humans that killed a grizzly in front of my face, and we fed on the leftovers. They took the nice parts of the meat, and we ate the other parts of the meat. You know what I'm saying?
Or they ate the human that got killed.
Or they ate the human that failed.
So I guess what I'm saying is, you see,
Get in where you fit in.
if anything, this is a slave that's an opportunist.
Everything that's life. Life is about opportunism.
This is all satire, everybody. I don't.
I think
Let's talk about minding your business.
I think it's beneficial. I think it's beneficial in the sense of like yeah, the dog can in his pack can get his own food, but joining your pack
we'll get him more better food.
It'll get his food, but it offers you protection.
Yeah,
and or it can get food and bring it to you.
100%.
Right.
Yeah, but the dog always has to do what you say.
It's not a. See, you're looking at it too binary. You got to look at it.
It's very binary.
It's not binary though. It's more situational.
If we're looking at it with now eyes, like 2022. Yes, a dog gonna do whatever I want it to do.
Right.
Because it's like, nigga, this is my house. I can only take you out when I can.
You
take
gotta
you
be
out.
trained because you don't even know traffic laws.
Especially now, because you can keep a dog in the house. Back in the day, a dog was where it wanted.
Yeah, I can't have you outside doing whatever. And if I could let you outside to do whatever and trust you not to bite somebody, I can't trust somebody not coming up to you and fucking with you.
That's true.
And
trust your slave, man.
And then,
because if it bite another human being, you got to kill it.
And then on top of that, like it's like we gotta figure this shit out. But
I find it fascinating, man. Like I love it. I love mammals that decide to fuck with us. Like, and cats are the weirdest ones because cats barely fuck with us. Cats pimp us almost. Like
dogs pimp you technically.
Dogs do, but dogs will also save your life. Cats could give zero fucks.
A cat will save a young child. It won't save
it won't save an adult. Tell me how.
Oh no, it was this.
A cat will fucking.
It was this video of
the cat that ran out and fought off the dog. Off the kid. You talking about that?
I saw that one.
That's territory. The cat was like, first the audacity of you coming on my property, I'm going to fuck you up.
No, because he literally ran up to the dog, tackled the dog off, stopped, looked at the kid, said, "You good?" and then went after the dog.
Don't trust cat loyalty. I'm telling the people of the world. Don't
but you trust a dog?
I would trust a dog loyalty to death.
Your dog would cheat on you. I would trust
a dog's loyalty well beyond, like a real
loyalty.
Yes,
my grandma's dog. This dog was well fed. And you know what this motherfucker did?
It's not about
that. You know what this motherfucker did? He went across the street every day and went to his second family.
Y'all tripping.
This nigga went across the street every day to his second family and got another meal. This nigga was cheating on my grandma with the neighbor.
Well, he a suck ass dog. I'm gonna tell you, real dog. There's service dogs out here.
No, that's a real dog.
Army dogs that go visit.
It was a free dog.
The great. I'm about to one of them Disney movies. They go visit the grave site of the damn.
Hold on. Why are we talking about this shit? Let me tell you, nigga. I had to go to the office recently, and I was high, and I thought I seen a dog. Right. I was like, damn, there's a dog in the office, right? But I ain't paying no attention.
Damn, what were you?
I ain't paying no attention.
Had that.
I ain't paying no attention. So I went throughout my day. I ain't go back in that room or nothing, right? My brother came home recently and was like, "Hey, so such and such in the office, he got a service dog." I really seen the service. I really seen the dog.
You got a service dog?
Yeah, man. He's in the army and shit.
Oh, it's one of those. What's it called? when it makes you feel anxiety dogs or something like that.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. I had a friend who got one, and I'm not.
But hey,
It's real,
listen.
It's
bro.
real, but it's just like
It's funny.
Listen, bro.
I was like, man, I've never heard of this type of.
Bro, them combat vets, they need that.
My brother.
I got a funny story about
They
that.
need that shit, bro.
I got a funny story.
I listened to I don't know what the fuck led me down that vein, but I started listening. I went back to World War II vets fucking interviews after they came home. And this man talking about how he went home to his family and shit. And they, it's country town, and they staying in his mom, his dad, his sisters. Everybody in 2 bedrooms or whatever. So he's sleeping in the living room. His mama come over him to turn on the air conditioner or the fan or whatever. The next thing he remember is his dad pulling him off of his mama because he had her in a chokehold, and he didn't know. Like, he was asleep, he didn't know, and then his dad pulled him off, and he was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "That's when I knew." I said, I can't stay with y'all."
Hold on, side note, you said that it's on the last one.
Did I?
Yeah.
I did. He was like, I can't stay with you.
Because I was like, hold on, I've heard this one on wax already.
No, but that's real talk.
That's real
and
talk,
like so I alluded to, like,
That shit.
dogs can sense things beyond our own senses, or they can compute things and compile information beyond our ability to put it together. And that's beautiful. And that's why I can't really just reduce dogs to slaves. But with that being said,
I can't reduce them to slaves.
with that being said, I do have some hangups with the modern ideas of how to train a dog.
Why are you teaching me tricks?
Exactly. And so my
Show
thing
your
is,
friends, just like when you ask your slaves to dance in front of your.
So hear me out. So I have a Doberman, right? I have a Doberman.
I love it.
And my Doberman is a full size breed that is designed for combat, if you will. Mm-hmm. It's not combat as far as war, but it's combat as far as protection. And I grew up with dogs that were not bred to do that. And so
they were bred.
Yes, exactly. So,
oh man, slaves.
We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna just give me some time, man. We're gonna talk about breeds, and because I agree with you. I agree with you on a lot of fronts. But then I also disagree with you on a spiritual fundamental front.
Oh, we're not talking about spirituality.
Spirituality.
You was bred.
You was bred, but we not. Come on, we going. When I say that goes way off,
not a purebred. I wasn't bred with money,
dude.
My mama didn't pay for me.
You were though.
But somebody
you
paid.
You honestly were the biggest business on the planet at one point in time. But we're not even.
But who paid $4,000 for me?
I'm not trying to justify that though. I'm not trying to justify that. I'm trying to simply say the weird happenstance of biology and like evolution of dogs. You know what I'm saying? And so there is a thing where dogs uniquely are inept to like mold themselves because of how they are biologically designed for being pack animals. They can mold themselves to our needs. Now that manipulation is where the grossness comes in, where we say, okay, I can manipulate this, but where it was born was I need security. I need an alarm system, and they need a food source. And then we started our relationship, and it's gone on to be perverted, but it came from something real, At
best, indentured servitude, like at best.
That's what I started with. I said,
that's very close to slave.
It is very close to slave, and that's why
that's like a stone's throw.
And that's why that joke is gonna be it's gonna be your like everything, like because like it's funny. It's something there. It's something weird there, but
all I know is if you saw a dog walking down the street by itself and no one knew what it is, what would you do?
Me personally, because I grew up around dogs, I grew up with a master dog trainer. I would know how to interact with the species that is a dog.
Okay. Okay.
And I would know how to
So
interact. I've never ran from a dog a day in my life.
Okay, I'm talking about a normal human being as a black person that grew up in a black family. Say you grew up around dogs, but you know how black people are with dogs, so they don't know.
Exactly.
They're like, who fucking dog is that?
Exactly.
I don't know that motherfucker. So in the real world, somebody's gonna call the fucking animal control. Like, yo, come get this pit bull. I've seen animal control get called on pit bulls that lived in our neighborhood. Like, I've seen that. So I guess what I'm saying is, plenty of black people walk through neighborhoods and the police get called on them.
You know, I see the through line, bro. I'm not gonna fight you on that. I see the through line.
Here's the thing. I'm not trying to solidify a correlation. I'm just saying it's just an awful like.
It is weird. It's weird. It's awkward when you're talking about another mammal. But you know, you also gotta look at the context. You gotta look at the context of everything, and you also, and this is a whole nother episode, really, where you gotta talk about our correlation and what we feel obligated to America as African Americans, because we've outgrown America a long time ago.
Very much so.
We're 16% of America, but our cultural export is way past 16%. You know what I'm saying? Us as African Americans, we are a American culture. Yeah. At this point, we are pop culture.
Yeah,
but
everybody done stole from us.
If we look at our existence in America, we're a little bit over a dog. You know what I'm saying? As far as how we're treated on the justice system.
We're definitely underdogs, man.
It damn near feel like it, right?
Dude, let me tell you something. If somebody kicks a dog,
so we should talk about that.
GoFundMe, counsel that nigga.
Let's talk about it.
If somebody shoots a black person, who's like, well, tell us more about why. Dude, so I saw a video. Literally, there's a woman in the car. Video. I don't know her relationship with how she was able to catch all this at the right time. Right. But she's in a truck and this dude's running. These three fucking dogs are chasing this guy. I mean, chasing the fuck out of him. And she's just this nigga jumps on top of the car. I don't know where he gets a plank of wood from and starts hitting the dogs. And when I say he pretty much like knocked. I don't know if he killed them, but he knocked out. That's mine. He knocked out two of them. He knocked out two of the dogs. At least killed them. And next thing you know, as soon as he knocked the dog out, the woman was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you did that. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that." So you was laughing when the dogs were chasing the nigga. It was Giggle Fest 3000 when the dog was chasing him. But as soon as the dude, even the score, because the third dog ran away, he was like, "You know what? I fucked up.
But
I'm gonna go back home."
Yes.
The third, because dude, as smart as dogs, you get accredited dogs as smart as
they're not our equal.
Yeah, they're
know
not.
That. Like, that's not even an argument. We know that. But
they were coming for blood for that.
I think there's an oversimplification that you're making right now as far as our relationship with dogs. And you about to say something.
I mean, I think dogs is fucking with us.
I think dogs is coexisting with us.
I think dogs is fucking with us. Like out of all the animals,
you still tell Zoe she's a good girl.
All the time.
All the time.
And that bitch ate up $200 headphones.
Remember you had Bully, you told he was a good boy?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't like the word boy. But
stop it. See what you doing? You doing false equivalency. You doing false equivalency. False equivalency. Me personally, I don't relate your granddad to a dog. I don't relate your great granddad, your great granddad to a dog. Close. I don't relate the first slaves who came off of a ship to a dog, to a
right, because the dogs were treated better.
See, that's a false equivalency, and that's
dude. All
fair.
I said is that dogs were willing participants, in which, when it came to dogs, slavery was done right. If you treat your slave right, the slave doesn't want to be not a slave no more. They're like, man, what's better than this? Malcolm X said it best. This is our house. What's better than this that we have right now? If nothing bad is going for generations, then I'm gonna stick with this.
No, it's not the same because, like, the dog, like, think about it. Think about it. You can cut a dog's balls off, and that nigga still love you.
Django Unchained.
Imagine cutting a nigga. Imagine cutting a nigga balls off, and him being like, "Yeah, I'm still cool with you."
But we get into it.
Django Unchained.
God damn, we get into it.
Kunta Kinte got his foot cut off.
Look, without pressure. without pressure. Like at the end of the day, the dog could just really decide not to fuck with you.
So
you hear what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
the dog
so
could.
You cut the
dog could, but he doesn't understand that it's something out there that's better for him.
But you do.
And you can't make him understand it. It's like explaining quantum physics to a toddler. Like, what are we doing? Well, what are we even talking about?
But to be devil's advocate, because I'm
can
actually
try.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm for the domestication of the wolf. Like I actually am
you can
for
try
it. Because growing up in a dog family, I was the dark sheep that did not agree with it. I was actually the dark sheep that was just like
he's a bad lamb.
No, I was a dark sheep that legit did not agree with pets. And then I grew into as a man, I grew into the coexistence with a canine, and I'm like, I can't explain it, but this is like God's work almost.
It's like putting your dog on a leash. It's like putting your dog on a leash, right? You really want your dog to run around as far and free as it wants to, but it's caught. You know the dog don't understand that cars is going up and down the road and everything.
Exactly. And you can teach your dog has enough social awareness to where you can teach your dogs about traffic laws. You can teach there are assistant dogs, blind assistant dogs that know traffic and this light means that light and blah blah blah. So you can teach.
We know it's not a willing slave. Like I won't give you that. It's not a willing slave.
It's so tough, man. We sound so fucked up. It's so tough.
I never thought in this day that I see two black men defending dogs on this level.
It's not a willing slave. It is. I want my dog to understand so much. I want her to understand so much, but she will never understand.
You want to know why?
So much.
Because as soon as it understands, you're going to make it pay bills. You know you got to take the trash out, right?
Wait a minute.
Now we talking about something.
Now we talking about something else. We can get into it. That's a different chapter.
Hey, tell me. You better wash some dishes with the paws, nigga.
Hey,
I got a special scrub.
My homegirl sent me the goddamn text. It was a picture that said, "My dog that don't pay no bills and eats for free had the nerve to sigh in my house." I said, "You better not badmouth that nigga."
Okay, this is what I need y'all to understand. One day, I'm probably gonna buy a dog. I'm gonna be a slave owner like y'all.
Gonna have it.
So
no, but you're not though. You stop.
It's not a slave.
You're not a slave owner. And the fact that we gotta buy a dog, it's so funny you say that because I'm with you partially because I grew up thinking like you. And it wasn't until I was gifted. I was gifted white people. I was gifted.
Yeah, like when Thomas Jefferson gave a slave to his kids.
I was gifted a dog. And I get it. And I grew up in a dog family, and so I grew up like thinking like, yo, we can't do this, we can't domesticate these mammals and blah blah blah. And then I was given a dog, and she would lock in and step in ways that I can't even comprehend.
Right? It was never like that for me. Like the way I grew up. Look, you know it's crazy. The way I grew up with dogs.
God damn!
The way I grew up with dogs is the truck pull into the yard. All the dogs run up to the truck, barking and everything. They all free. They don't go nowhere.
These are feral dogs.
This is in the country. Like they all free.
Cause y'all.
No, let them finish. These are feral dogs.
They don't go nowhere, nothing or whatever. They all pull up to the truck because they know
free dogs.
They know everybody pulling up. So then we get out. My dad talking about, get your ass out, go. They knocking me over. I'm a little boy and shit. And that's what the dogs was. And then when I was a little kid, I'd go back in there in the woods and shit. The dogs would walk with me back in the woods and shit, and protect me from man.
Because y'all had a different relationship. Y'all didn't see dogs as slaves. You saw them as peripheral animals like deer, but cool deer.
No, they're
Just around.
companions. Dogs are truly companions.
I
They're
mean,
truly
supposedly,
companions.
yeah.
No, 100%. The only difference between us is we have the awareness, we have the cognizance to build our societies. Towards dogs don't have that, right? They don't for their adaptive.
I'm not doubting you on that.
So, but they are truly. When I say they do not have to give a fuck as much as they give a fuck, they really don't. Cats don't give a. Cats give a fuck 50% the amount of dogs, and dogs are existing in our lives closer than cats. Let
me tell y'all something. The only thing that separates human beings from animals is our ability to write some shit down. If tigers could write some shit down,
hey, that's real talk. Now we get into Darwinism
and pass that shit down from generation to generation. Hey, when you hunting a boar, this is the best way to do it.
And now we get into Darwinism, like
if they could
that's
do
a part
that
of the
shit,
adaptation.
if they could do that shit, do you think a human will be an apex predator? Hell no.
We all mushy with no claws and small ass fangs.
So okay, all right.
We can barely hear. We can't see at night.
Let's talk. All right. So you're saying dogs. All right. So between you two, consensus: dogs aren't slaves.
Oh my god,
dogs aren't slaves. That's what I'm saying. Consensus between you and two, right?
Oh, I thought you said dogs hunt slaves.
No. I mean, they did back in the day.
But that's because
that's what I'm saying. They were better treated slaves. They hunted other slaves.
No, that's because they could be manipulated. But
anyway.
Yes.
So like think about the places that also deal with human rights issues. Their own slavery. Like China, but they eat the dogs. So I guess what I'm saying is across. Like I feel like the personification or the even more the humanization of how dogs are, because now dogs are giving all these videos on YouTube.
You humanizing them by calling them slaves.
Yeah.
Hey, fair enough.
Real talk. That's.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess if you, I don't know if slave is necessarily
so let's put the
just a human aspect.
Let's put the dog slaves trade on the same level as a human slave
trade. It is. I mean, that still goes on.
But we also know there's nuance in both of them.
Like
the coexistence, like the I can't think of the word right now, but the where your culture adapts to the culture that you are in, that you're enslaved in. What is it called? Assimilation. The assimilation of the species.
I guess when I'm okay. So like you said, like you wish that your dog understood more, right? Well, it wouldn't be the same dog anymore if it did.
No, I think it would.
You think so?
I think it would.
You think your dog was more comprehending of the world around it and what was going on, that it would just be with you? It wouldn't run away and be like, I'm going to be free with the other free dogs.
Think about narcotics dogs. Like,
I don't know.
A police service dog.
I feel you.
You think a dog that bit a nigga's arm that whole day then go home and like, man, I bit a nigga's arm.
But they do, though. God. They actually do. Part of their process is to come home with a handler. That's a part of them being trained, is to come home with a set handler. And that's where I mean by the basic biology of a dog and how they understand how we socialize is why they're like God's gift to us. They really are. Like, they're just
God gave it to us.
You know what? And I'm not the most religious person.
So God gave us dogs for us to breed them and sell them.
I'm not the most religious person. I don't think God gave any species to be a commodity, but
He gave us pig. He must have.
No, but I do think God. I do. Okay, so
I think so.
How we find bacon?
Hold on.
You know, it's crazy.
Because listen.
Look.
I'm not the most religious person, but my idea of a creator believes it has a grand plan, and it put everything on this planet to work in contact of everything else. There's this is isolated in a vacuum. No thing exists in a vacuum on this planet. I don't think the creator meant for that to happen. So
I think on this Easter Sunday,
it had to go back to God.
Yeah.
I think God created us to have, like, Hold on, give me a minute.
All right, while we give you a minute. So with
Okay, I think God created us to have a say so in how everything is ran, but at the same time, like we are at the whim of our environment.
Yes.
so how
Like-
often do people? So
Like,
what are the reasons people buy dogs?
Now in modern day, companionship. But just what we would say was 60 years ago, it was utility. It was you needed a shepherd. You needed a.
They didn't buy the dog though.
Yes, they fucking did. Yes,
Back
they
in the
did.
day?
They bought the bitch and they bought the whole litter after it. Yeah, there's a business behind it. It was a but
The
nonetheless,
most expensive dogs back in the day were the show dogs.
But what was more romantic was
show
what came.
dogs was different.
Okay,
Yeah, the show dogs was a whole
but
different industry.
he's talking about the dogs that have like
Working, but you got to
working
think.
dogs.
Working dogs is never show dog.
You look at show dogs.
A show dog could never be a working dog.
No, I'm saying so. But thing is, the show dogs still breed would cost a different amount of money versus.
But
the
that's
dog
all off.
utility.
That's all off the back of working
Oh,
dogs.
we talking
That's all off
Gucci
the
and
back-
Levi at this
Exactly.
point.
We gonna
All
harken
right,
back.
so
to,
I'm making a point here with it. So what I'm saying is,
but we going so deep. It's so.
what I'm
funny.
saying is,
this is a good conversation.
the difference between a $2,000 slave and a $300 slave, they exist for a reason.
It did, and it was an
Here's
entire
the thing,
industry.
Only thing I'm doing with this,
And you're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Like honestly,
only thing
like,
I'm doing right now, I'm not literally saying dog is slave because I like dogs. Dogs are cool.
I know.
They're cool. They're loving. They're very too affectionate sometimes, but for the most part, they just want peace and harmony. No nuclear bombs. None of that shit. They don't want none of that.
But they do though, and that's our argument.
And I was
hold on. That's our argument. That 3/5 is your argument.
Yeah.
We're not dogs.
No, we're not.
Black people are not dogs.
You're right, because
and
they
we're
treat
not any
dogs
other.
better.
We're not chimpanzees.
I mean, you
we're
really
not
white
any
people
other.
in this shit. Like
Exactly,
you really white people
are,
in
and
this
it was
shit.
like we're not these
I'm
things
white
that
people
you
right
are.
now. You're right.
You like. Let me be offensive. Let me be upset. For
But I
this
also
people.
get what he's saying
And
on my
I don't have
Dude,
any idea.
this is
what
literally
they got
a moment
going on.
of
On my hippie
unfortunate
soapbox?
satire.
Yeah.
I know
like-
you. I know you trying
like,
to. I know you
this is
being
more so-
funny.
this is
I
more
know
so-
you being
this-
funny, and it is funny.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna.
'Cause-
I know you. I know you being funny, man, and it is funny.
It is funny.
But thing is,
But
it's a fucked up funny the way I'm
what did
explaining
I
it.
always say about that
It
joke?
is funny.
J5, what did I always say about that joke? There's something there. You gotta dig to get it. You cannot. That's not a surface level joke because it's so loaded. It's so fucking loaded.
Yeah.
Because the whole story is necessary. Like you know what I'm saying. All the
Yeah.
dynamics is necessary.
Look at that board. That's like a whole bunch of different things I have to fucking dissect and go
Or
down.
it could-
and I still have
or-
more on this phone
or-
that's not even on that
Or it
board.
really could just be that simple, bro.
It
really could
even
just
if
be
it is,
that simple.
and that's where the master level comics they find that simplicity in something
It really
complex.
could be that
So,
simple.
but nonetheless, I'm with
It
simply,
is funny though.
It's funny as fuck. There's something there. Like there's something there. But dogs, man, they're a miracle, man. They are a miracle,
a
and
dog.
I don't get it. I honestly, I grew up with
Me either.
in a dog family. I grew up with a master dog breeder, and I just don't. I don't get it. But they're
I grew up
ordained
with
to us.
dogs. I grew up with dogs and cats.
You know, I had a cat myself, but I was the only one that had a cat, and that shit didn't go. I was the one and only.
I guess what I'm so like if you go on YouTube and look at like videos of wild cats, like there's always some crazy video of some white Spanish looking dude in the Netherlands or some shit like that, and there's a fucking white tiger fucking walking behind it, and then they like, oh, they're best buds.
Well, that's
So
different.
if he didn't hang out with that tiger from the get go, that tiger wouldn't be that cool with humans. That tiger be like, oh shit, lunch. Not know, oh, that's my buddy. I feel like that's what the dog has done for eons is that he's made humans so much of his buddy that he's forgot that, hey, I used to probably like kind of chase y'all niggas from time to time.
He ain't forgot nothing. He just he put
I'm just saying,
context.
I'm saying I feel like the first wolf that was like, yo, I'm gonna be cool with this human is that wolf got hurt, the human nursed it, and he was like, yo, you really care about your boy.
It go back to
I got your back. I'm gonna bring like a bird or something from time to time.
It's really just quid pro quo.
yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you on that.
Like they really just fuck with you. They fuck with you because you feed them. They fuck with you because you doing.
So you call it you consider it more symbiotic.
Whereas like a cat in the sense is like, yeah, I fuck with you and it's easy to get the food here, but I get my food on my own.
Right. I mean, but think of a cat can. Like you can let a cat outside and it will.
Can it do it more than a dog?
And natural.
Yes, like way more.
Yes, they can.
Yeah, they can.
They're natural.
Dude, they will.
They are natural. I watched a squirrel kill us. I watched a cat kill a squirrel. I watched a cat.
My homeboy's cat brought a squirrel and laid it on the deck
in my backyard. My grandma's cat used to bring snakes to the front yard. I mean, to the porch. I used to walk outside, and there'd be a snake right there, and I'd be like, "Holy shit!" And then the cat would be sitting right there with the snake.
You like my gift?
And then he'd be like,
"That's a weird thing about cats. They bring some dead sheep."
He was like,
I don't eat mice.
He was like, "You ain't got
bring me a 2-piece.
You don't got to worry about him. I got him." I watched the old country people call it charming.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I watched the cat charm a snake. So the snake coming through the grass or whatever, the cat seen it, hit it. Snake lift his head up. The cat look at him in his eyes, and he sit there and he just look at him. And then that snake lower his head down, and that cat take that paw
and put his head down just like that.
Head on down. And then that cat picked that snake up and moved that snake where he wanted.
Drag him on by his neck. Drag him on.
Put him down. That cat would lay down, and that snake would just sit there.
Okay, wow.
And modern science isolated a bacteria that affects us humans that cats have in piss, in their cat piss.
That's why it smells so bad.
There's a smell in their piss that also charms us. There is a real thing. Google it. There's a parasite that exists. There's a parasite that exists in cat piss that charms us.
It's a real thing.
Good luck. I guess I ain't smelled that yet.
I mean, that's why them.
I was with my girlfriend.
That's why
when she had a cat. I'm like, yo, you need to change the water. You need to change that.
That's why the Africans was worshiping.
No, that's why
those Egyptians.
Old Egyptians have immortalized cats too as gods. They've made them as gods.
That's cool.
You know?
That's another thing I want to talk about. Oh God, that shit makes me so upset.
Well, the cats.
No, how like niggas want to put up like this modern day fucking Arab shit, like Muslim shit, like that's where the black man's supposed to be and all this other shit. But when they like don't realize that the ancient Muslims consider themselves white and look down on niggas and shit.
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you like this: any belief system you think I should be, go fuck yourself. Leave me alone.
Yes.
Let me believe in where the fuck I want to believe in. I want to believe that cheese is supposed to be green. Let me be about
as
my
a
devices.
modern human. Yo, I love data.
I think it's just funny.
It is funny and it's scary at the same time. As a modern human, I love data. I love every religion. And there's been parts, right? There's been, as a young black man, like there's been parts of my life where I'm like, I need some spiritual guidance. Like I'm lost right now. And I've looked to a religious dichotomy. I've looked to a religious discipline and I was even more lost. And I realized I'm supposed to look at everything. I'm supposed to look at every discipline. And it's very dangerous to look at one discipline, one ideology and say, this is it. This is the path. Because you're going to get some hangovers because that's an example of humans that existed before your lifetime.
Right.
You're supposed to be doing better than them. And that's my belief.
Well, I did like when I the way I think about it is.
I mean, Jesus got drunk, so I mean,
yeah, the way I think about it,
He got towed the fuck up.
The way I think about it,
you think he made
like,
tequila? He turned water into tequila.
the early form.
My Jesus did.
It was called.
I'm telling you,
it was called
Jesus
Jesus.
The way, Don Jesus.
It's a Jesus drink.
Hell yeah.
The way I think about it, bro, is like shit, like everybody talking about whatever they talking about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just if this fall in line for you, then it fall in line for you. If it fall in line for everybody else, then it fall in line for everybody else, bro.
On time.
Like don't.
It's gotta be that way.
It's an on time, God.
You ain't gotta goddamn.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta goddamn push your shit. You ain't gotta do all this other shit. Like,
It's gotta be that way.
I don't know. But shit, like, niggas weird. Like, that whole goddamn nigga, the Black Israelite movement is
I don't get
strong.
it. I really, I'm not privy on it. I'm not privy on like.
It's strong.
Listen,
It's strong. I get it.
Hey,
I get
honestly,
it.
I don't know.
I fully get it.
I'm gonna say this.
I mean,
So I'm not privy on the Black Israelite.
Killmonger.
I'm not Killmonger.
Killmonger.
Yeah. He was a black. Technically, he was a Black Israelite.
Yeah, Killmonger.
he looked like one too.
I look like
I don't eat that swine. I wish I was.
I might look like one, but like I honestly I don't get it because being the first is not that appealing to me personally. But being the
You say you look like Killmonger?
no, I'm saying the hair.
He's like a cousin. Talk among us.
Burrito monkey.
Read among us. That's what you are.
but no, nonetheless, like I'm not with Israelite or whatever. I do admire, you know what I'm saying? I do admire that, but I look more towards what's next for humanity. And what's next for humanity is inclusion. It's true inclusion. It is not forgetting nothing, but it's more of us African Americans, we something new in a real way. We're 16% of America, but we're 100% of American pop culture export. Like that's something real.
We are on the precipice.
Precipice, yeah.
Thank you. We're on the precipice of making something great, bro.
Yes.
Like,
we got catfished.
when I think, like,
my bad, y'all.
When I think about it, it is amazing. If we can just not let outside forces fuck with us, women and men included. Okay? Like, niggas gotta get off their goddamn high horse. And women gotta goddamn get off they shit. And then we all really gotta goddamn just come together and be like, all right, as a race, that free lunch program, as a race,
we got to understand the bigger picture.
As a race, that free lunch program need to be period.
Universal?
Bruh, no, not universal. It needs to be understood.
I didn't get a free lunch.
Oh my God. You're missing the point.
No, I know, bro. I know about the Black Panthers and what they done. Come on, man.
Self-sufficiency is necessary. You know what I'm saying? It's necessary. And it's so hard to preach self-sufficiency without sounding like you're counter to the smaller man. You know what I'm saying? But it's necessary.
Well, people who preach that always have a militant approach to it.
Why? And that's what we're talking about.
I don't know. Well, because to be to be self-sufficient,
it was given
means
to us.
Means not only do I grow my food, but I also protect my food.
It was look.
So, it was whatever that means.
It was given to us in the sense of like even our I say this all the time. Even our idea of being a man was given to us from slavery, right? We so fucked up that a nigga get a job at Family Dollar, right? And instead of the niggas around him like, all right, bro, you got a job at Family Dollar. You know what I'm saying? They like, nigga, you working for the white man. You making the white man rich. So now whatever money that he would have got working for Family Dollar is not coming back into the community because the community don't appreciate him.
Or they appreciate him with contingencies. They appreciate him like, yeah, you did this.
You ain't doing it,
but you had to do that.
You're not doing
this.
it black enough for me.
Yeah, exactly.
We got to get off that shit.
Goddamn right. With that being said, gentlemen, I'm tired. So this concludes this episode of Talking in Tangents on this Easter Sunday, the resurrection of Christ, according to the Christian mythology.
OG
Jesus.
Gang.
I'm just saying last time I heard of anybody rising from the dead was a vampire. All right, peace, y'all.